Peter Obi is commending the Nigerian army for keeping Nigeria as one. This is the criminal that stole money belonging to Anambra people to go and build a shopping mall in Abuja. Peter Obi, he is now hailing Nigerian army for keeping the country together. The people that killed his own people.
Lovers of freedom, seekers of justice, I greet you all today, even as I deliver the goodwill message from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, passed down to us from Barrister Ejimakor, his legal counsel. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu delivered a very encouraging message to us today that does not seek to mute the fact that he is really in troubling time. He's facing big challenge there. But he said in the face of his challenges there, his difficulty there, that we must remain rugged, we must remain resolute. This is his message from Barrister Ejimakor to IPOB, Autopilot, and Mazi Simon Ekpa. He said, we must remain dogged, we must remain rugged, we must remain very focused, we must never step down an inch. So we must remain very, very, very firm, very strong, very, very, very rugged. It is a time of challenge. It reiterates his message before he was adopted. He's reaffirming that message. He's bringing that message back to life to us again today, so that we will know he knew it was going to be a difficult time. But we must keep very strong. We must remain very strong and focused, not stepping down an inch. We must keep fighting it out doggedly. That is the message. And this is the message. You listen to it.
This one, from heaven direct. You know what Elohim said to me?
Bring it fresh.
He said you must continue
fresh to our memory what he said here.
You must continue what you're doing. That is something that a slave and baby sabos can never understand. Heaven gave me a message. You must continue what you're doing. And I asked why. They said, I want to move their able-bodied men and women to the east. When they come to the east, you are going to kill them in the east. Those of them that can survive or that manage to survive will have nowhere to go back. So that in years to come.
So in this message, why is Onyendu bringing this kind of powerful message in a time like this? Less than a month to the Nigerian proposed election, which is going to be stopped. He is delivering a keynote. He knows that some of you will be in a middle of facing some kind of dilemma. You'll be confused at exactly what is to come, what is to play out. But he said you must be very firm. You must be very strong. You must dog it out. You must remain very dogged. We are not going to accept any lily liver now. So with this, he's been receiving update of what is developing, the developments in Nigeria now, and he is strongly seeing no future for you here. That's why we are going to point out some of those reasons, those things, those new developments of the week that is spurring his new reaffirmation of stance, of famous stand. His strong will, why he is getting more stronger in his stance of no Biafra, no nothing. Just some few days ago, you heard Mr. Akeyemo, how serious and how committed he has demonstrated in making sure that he gets Atiku Abubakar down. How he has even said it out. This is Keyemo. Listen to Keyemo. You see how Keyemo is very serious, have shown it's better he achieve nothing else instead of letting Atiku go. Onyendu and all of us have seen hopelessness, the hypocrisy that is everywhere in every part.
I have this morning written to 3 law enforcement agencies.
You listen to Keyemo.
I'm asking for full investigation. If they don't, I am going to court. Even as a sitting cabinet member, I am going to court. This morning, I have written to them.
Now you can see Keyemo.
That you cannot have
you can see Keyemo boiling, showing his resolve to make sure Atiku gets down. Now this same Keyemo is protecting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You can see that all of them that Nigerians call their political elites, their politicians, their elites are all the same people, birds of the same feather. Can you imagine the kind of hypocrisy that, yes, all Nigerians who are active, who follow the social development, who follow political developments and modern trends, who are up to date, everyone knows that all our politicians are pilferers. Atiku not any exception. He knows, and Atiku's own is, well, everybody know. He has really dealt with public wealth. He's amassed so much. But that cannot be as obvious as that of Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been so, his case doesn't need any probing. It's there. There's a public probing to his own case. It's so obvious by the acquirement of, by the large acquisition of public property, the property he's acquired, the wealth that he show, the comment he makes that he is richer than a state. How he demonstrates that further by bringing up bullion van on the eve of election, not one. It's so glaring, it is so open, it's nothing hidden, and he is sponsoring, supporting a man whose corruption case is super high profile, is more than obvious, is too glaring that even a blind man can see. The pronouncement of the announcement of his arrival by his attitude, his lifestyle, his flaunting of wealth is even too audible that even a deaf man hears it. The arrogance in demonstrating this is that we don't need any EFCC, which we know it's an establishment to fight a particular people who are against a particular government at a particular time. These are establishments by governments to fight enemies, political enemies. And this has been the reason why investors have been deterred from investing, and that is why Nigeria has continued to have economic hardship, because we have a country where any government that comes to power will do anything it likes and goes away with it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already knows this. He's already announced this. He already tutored us, and some of us already knows this. But he has come to remind us that there is no way, there is no road where we are going. There is no road. How can someone see a dark pot whose darkness is obvious, but not as obvious as the one that has been overused? That is darkness. Anywhere it touches, there is stains. There is almost permanent dent, irremovable stain. So a darker black pot is pointing at a lesser dark pot, but all of them are dark pot. So we are in a situation where nobody will ever clinch into position of authority without being a dark pot. Just look at Peter Obi, who happens to be our brother, that we are out of sentiment projecting, and because of his oratorial prowess, he has gained more popularity. In any case, he is better than so. But we cannot continue running around a country, managing a country where we will keep managing leadership. We just said, okay, let's manage this one. He seems to be a little better. There have been clear allegations. It's not allegation that Next Supermarket. Peter Obi was in office when he built Next Supermarket. He was in office. He was a sitting governor to build Next Supermarket. So tell me in that part of the world, it is this same Peter Obi that even when you ask him any question on an event, even in the Chatham House, he will always bring the question to what he already crammed, what he already planned he want to talk. He will always narrow it to that he want to talk, and people will keep clapping. This is the same man who clearly, it is not done anywhere in the world. When you clinch into position of authority, even if you are the biggest businessman, he will tell you, I'm a trader, and deceive people. I'm a trader. That's what he uses to deceive people. I am a trader. So you have decided to trade with Anambra State Fund, Treasury. You in order to cover your traces very well, then you say, I made savings. So when you build with a state fund, so before you goes out, you know that it would have yielded the expected, the exact amount, and you would have also topped something, and you target savings. I kept this one in cash, I kept this one in bond, I kept this one. Why will you be keeping money that would have been used for something? Yes, savings is very necessary, but you cannot save to the detriment of a state life. It is a crime. This one is an obvious case that public can always probe. You cannot be in office and be running your business. Donald Trump had to step down in his companies. This is a super rich American, very super rich. You cannot talk of American billionaires not talking Donald Trump. He had to step down. He can't go into any big investment as a president. So if you go in there, you now begin to trade with. So you are like you've just reassured your caliphate projectors that nothing concerns you and Biafra. Now they are happy. Now that they will give you a vote. Eh? You think you are happy, you are going home to rejoice. They will give you a vote. You are not getting. Forget about all these things you are seeing. This is in matter of 1 month. Everybody will see it. They can't trust you. You cannot use public fund to build. Who told you in your leadership studies, all the leadership programs and certifications you have, you did not learn that in leadership, in office, in public office, you don't invest around, because that is a point of serious, absolute accountability. You are given, it is a sacrificial period. You are coming, yes, I want to serve you people. It is going to be a super absolute sacrificial time you are doling out to the people you have come to serve. Because you told them you are coming to sacrifice your time and experience to help their well-being. So how can you be amassing wealth? How can you be now gathering? And remember, when the campaign team of Peter Obi cleared, when they came to clarify the seizure of closure of Obi's company in UK, to say that UK did not, and that according to them, this company already was withdrawn by his wife, according to them. So the management already winded up, according to them, on their own volition. They winded up, being that they couldn't meet up with expectations. So they were no more maybe paying tax and all of that. So how come you will come to make such a massive, a capital intensive project? And people are pointing at Abuja alone. There is another one built with someone's name in Port Harcourt. So in all of this, we can see we are not having anyone. Nigeria has no hope. We can only have every electoral season, we can only have one who amongst the others who is more outstanding oratorily, who can talk to convince the masses, who can maybe buy the mind of masses with his oratory ability. He knows how to talk. He can and excite the masses. They keep clapping. I was watching when the woman threw some certain sensitive question, and he kept using the 2019 answer: "You cannot lock your house and pursue criminals." Yes, you can lock your house to pursue criminals, but that wasn't just the whole of the question. A woman asked, "So why would you, all those people that have been killed, all those wickedness that have been perpetrated by these men, all those pensioners who died, they couldn't wait, they out of suffering, they died, they didn't get their pensions, their gratuities, their arrears. What will you do to all these people?" You find a way, gallivanted and played upon the question, and you went out, everybody was clapping. What happened? The woman asked 3 powerful questions. You people need to be following. Obi used intelligence, used smartness and craft. And at the end of the day, everybody was clapping. And you don't know these men, when they go this democratic, they do everything to get, they buy off the populace. Anything they do now, you fall for it. I am not going to dwell on who amongst them is coming. Kwankwaso, is it about Kwankwaso? We have Onyendu already got detailed information about what is going to happen in the next 13 days. Meetings are going on as we speak. Kwankwaso is about switching camp, but there are some sensitive decisions and consultations is still undergoing. The camp of Tinubu's camp, Kashim. They are calling him. They are calling him to join the Muslim, but Kwankwaso is tilting more towards Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar has been on agreement when he pushed his case that he defeated Buhari in 2019. They promised him. Now Atiku is holding them now to ransom. He's holding them Nampramo now. He's holding them Nampramo now, pointing at the agreement. You told me to let the case go, so that after he finishes, you will surrender the power back to him. Now he's reminding them. Atiku is already busy giving them all promises that all the cattle ranching thing they were calling for cannot work. That they will keep the grazing anyhow they like, anyway they like that. They are Fulani, and that's why Mieti Allah is throwing a full weight. That's why. Oh, there's a little division among the Mieti Allah anyways, but the Mieti Allah leadership is more with Atiku now, because he has promised them, he has reassured them that this cattle colony idea must be accepted. It must be accepted. No state will resist it. It's a matter of rights. So in as much as he has given them this promise, they are giving it to him at what cost? What is your 10.4 million votes in Southeast, which is not even going to Peter Obi? Because IPOB has frustrated that. So the 10.4 million is already out. The South is already, maybe Peter Obi might be getting 30% or 40%. So where is he going to win the greater of the election? So if Kwankwaso now succeeds, if they conclude in the next 13 days, and Kwankwaso pushes officially, do what Tambuwal did for Atiku on the primaries, because Tambuwal is leading the delegation to Kwankwaso. It's Tambuwal leading the delegation. The meetings have all held between Kano State and Sokoto. So they are rooting very seriously for Atiku Abubakar. Why the other camp are rooting for Tinubu? You can see that there is no the southwest and the northwest alone would have delivered that. That is why I don't. The calculations are the middle belt. The middle belt. Obi can only win election in 2 states in the middle belt. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. The Obi's running mate is already receiving serious retribution. Serious insult, intimidation, humiliation from his brothers. He's almost like anywhere he moves now, they will be mocking him, warning him that he want to allow Nyamini to rule over them. Dati already confessed it. So tell me, Onyendu have seen very clearly. Okay, look at Onyendu also received the message from the army chief. He said that the election must hold in Southeast. So now that they have gotten rented more hands, more forces. Yes. Is it Somalia or what? Now they have gotten more hands. Is it 10,000 or 1,000 more forces, military personnel? Now they have gotten personnel from Somalia or whatever. They are now, the man is telling you election must hold there. So he is not even gravitating towards the application of the non-kinetic measure that Soludo have requested. He's not considering that. Their own is that you must be coerced into doing what they want. You are confirming the life of slavery. I was watching the other man. He was on interview with Sunrise. He was saying this is a clear master servant. It's a clear master servant treatment. All the things you see is a clear master servant treatment. Your opinion does not count. The military boss is saying the election must hold in Southeast. They like it or not, it must hold. So that is, whether you come out, you did not come out to vote, election must be counted. There must be results. Result must come. So you must be coerced into one Nigerianism. Result must come. Whether or not you come out, it must hold. After all, enough military personnel are on ground. So what else are you waiting to hear? That your opinion does not count. Even when a governor, a most resounding professor on seat, is telling you that he has tried different things, but he have come to the realization that you cannot remove Nnamdi Kanu out of the discussion for there to be peace. And if there is no peace, so whether or not there is peace, whether there or not there is security, election must hold. That is their own. And that is what you want IPOB to submit to. Keba Nemodeva. Look at Kanayo Kanayo. Well, I respect Kanayo Kanayo amongst his equals. At least for having spoken one time, calling the presidency or the president to release Nnamdi Kanu. At least he's given his voice.
As a member,
so the rest can be for the rest will be left for the Supreme Court. Igbos. He has done his part on that angle. But so
we have to preach.
Kana, you're coming now to
outside the southeast.
Tell the Biafrans who are at different states of the north, whose life might be threatened, maybe if not yet, and by the reason of the resistance that will be mounted during the election by the Biafrans, that their lives are threatened. So he's telling them to stay put wherever they are, not to run for their dear life.
This video is to speak boldness into our Southeast brothers and sisters.
Is he telling them, according to Ajere asked Kanayo, and I want to still ask, are you telling them to stay put where they are because you have what to offer, or because you have any modality in place to protect them if the odd card is played?
We don't have to die many times before.
Are you telling them to stay because that in the past you have a record you can refer to when you were able to do one or two things to save even one head? Are you asking them to stay because if anything happens, you have a marching force to go and avenge the casualty, God forbid, but if it happens? So, on what ground are you, Kanayo, telling the Biafran people who are there in the up north to stay put, not to save their heads, seeing the heralding of the dark rain?
14.226.
So, I want to make sure that all of you are following what we are doing. You must spread this message. You see this video? Make it a point of duty. Share it on WhatsApp, share it on Facebook, share it to your people that Onyendu have sent a message. It is here. Go to Ejimakor's Twitter handle. You will see it. That is his latest. Onyendu gave him message that IPOB, autopilot, that Simon Ekpa must remain dogged. He should never step down an inch. Yes. Simon Ekpa should remain dogged. IPOB should remain. Autopiloters must remain very fervent. They should be unshaken. They should shave off any kind of perceived lily liver amongst them, or in them, or along the way coming their heart. They need to get a very strong heart in a time like this. That is why we are calling out so that you will hear this message. Onyendu said he still stands strongly on no Biafra, no nothing.
That's
it is Biafra or nothing.
Nigeria will be a worse place
because
than Somalia. And today,
from 1990 to today, many new states have emerged, and they took certain measures that make them emerge. They've always tried and tried. I have said this like twice in my videos, but I am saying it again. I must reiterate it until you get the message. Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu has sent to you that you must remain strong and dogged. You must remain very, very, very strong. Don't shake. Don't be shaken. Because there is no hope. Ebonu na agaoza adria putabanu among all these four people coming for this 2023 election. I mean the bigger parties supposed. None of them is not a corrupt man. So, on the hypocrisy of Nigerian elites, which Kayamo have just shown once again, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is more corrupt than Atiku Abubakar. So, but they are all corrupt. Now, if you have the strong will to fight Bola Ahmed Tinubu or to fight Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, that you have sworn that you must see to the end, you must see that Atiku Abubakar is pushed behind the bar, you must replicate same on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But because you are hypocritical, because you are a hypocrite, you cannot do this. You are just representing the rest of Nigerian political elites. The other one want to fight Tinubu to protect Atiku. The other one want to fight, and I don't know why. Even if it is juju, even if say na juju, Nigerians are supposed to have woken up. Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, have opened your eyes too much. He has educated you enough. Why do you continue to support you if you are not supporting this? All these people are the ones that have kept you impoverished. But tomorrow you are either fighting to protect this one, this same one robbing you, or you are protecting the other one because they are from different political parties. What difference does it make? I watched a particular video. If I see it, I will put it here now. The man was trying to clarify something. That, yes, the armed robber, the guy will say is a thief, the ordinary thief. He stole a treasure, valuable, that can be replaced. He will steal, but what he's stealing is just a material thing that will inconvenience you at that material point in time. But the political thieves, they thief even the material things, they thief your tomorrow, they thief your yesterday, which they already took, and they are still thieving your today. They are thieving your today, and you are helping them now. You are helping them. He is from PDP, he is from Labour Party, he is from Abuga, he is from APC. You are helping them to keep on robbing you. Because now, according to the man, the ordinary thief comes to rob you on his own. He's doing it for himself. But the political thief will use you to rob yourself. So you can see that the most disastrous thing is to be in a society where we groom only political thieves. Because they already stole your yesterday. They are still stealing your today. You are seeing it in your eyes. And you want to also help them to steal your tomorrow. Then who are you? Iwu mpi. Kwa yesterday kamboro korocha. Ngewa iwu pi. Iwu popo. Otule nsi. Awe hiwo. Iwu otule. Akwenu hem kumshe. Ashimshe iwu otule. Iwu pi. A fool at 40. And it's so annoying that we have from those people from age 40s who are still falling for this shit. You are helping your oppressor to oppress you. And some of you who are from IPOB, you are crying. And any little thing, you are so water-brained. You don't want to ask questions. Seems that you are those people that when you are going in the church, you raise up your hand. Your only days of living a good life is on Sundays, if you will live. You go there, you raise up your hand. As you step out, you go back to whom you are. It seems it appears as if you dropped your heartless nature by the gate. As you are immediately you step out, you are carrying it, you are wearing it back. Oh no, OP! Can you see? Onyendu you clap. When they are in the call, lecturer will ask them, they say, yes sir. In the church, oh, man of God, ride on, fire on. The man will think you're understanding anything. But you are not following. You are not following. How are you following? And somebody, let it not be that I'm not particular about Peter Obi, but he cannot be separated from the rest of Nigerian politicians. He cannot be separated. That's the truth. That is the truth. So tell Peter Obi to clarify when he tells you to check. Go and check. Go and check. Tell him that Soludo, who is in the office where he left, hey, I have seen he's with the documents, he's with everything. So tell him that the smartness he played in answering Soludo's question last time, you are my senior brother, I am ordinary trader, you are a professor. He used smartness to bribe Soludo. Soludo didn't know what to do again, because if he had used aggression, he had used wrong words, Soludo would have known what to do with him. He would have printed blunders he made. So, fellow Biafrans, you need to share this video. Make sure you share this video, and you yourself who is sharing, click on the notification bell. Hey, look, I do now click on the subscribe. If you have already, then share. Recommend. Tell somebody to go and hear the truth. That the spirit of Biafra is still working. It's still possessing many more people. Hey, look, a new subscriber. So, by my people, I wouldn't want to keep us for much longer time because want to make it as brief as possible. So listen to Onyendu's advice. Listen to Onyendu's advice. Onyendu's counsel. He said you must keep doing what you are doing. You must remain strong and unflinched. You must remain strong and unflinched. Mazi Simon Ekpa, I greet you. Onyendu said we must continue doing what we are doing. Onyendu said you must continue doing what you are doing. He understands you. He knows you. Onyendu said no man agwa da amonye mkpumkpu. Na ihe ọbụla agwọ mụ na-eto ogologo. Onye mbụ na-eti aka n'obi ọsọ yes. Na o chete na mmadụ dị. Ochete na mmadụ dị. Mana raki jide ka iji. Mana ọrụkwe na abụzi ndị Russia ka ya emewede. Ọrụkwe ka ya esimia biko. Ndị Russia ya dị mkpa. Ka anyị nyekwa aka na nke ị na-emebe ma anyị ma na ọmụbebe dị. Mana ọ dịkwuo mkpa ndị anyị ezigakwa. Ezigo nga na nzuzo anyị emezikwe gị n'igwe mmadụ. Ọ bụ na ọwa ka anyị eme ebe anyị eme. Ka wabara. Udo dịkwala ya. Udo dịle. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. This is the Living Chukwumerije coming your way again, and I'm sure you enjoyed this information. You will really need it. It will guide you. It will guide you. Get it. Recommend it to people. Tell them to go here, watch this video. Share on this video. Because we need to hear the message and the commentary afterwards. You know the role.
The problem of sit at home, I think, is even getting uncoordinated these days, because you see some places they are turning out to run around their daily activities, while in some places others are still complying with the instructions or with the directives. It's still on some areas that have been emphasized severally here. It's about intelligence gathering, and we have various forms of gathering information. In this particular, we have what we call HUMINT, which is human intelligence. These people are like moles that are deployed just within the society or the communities, and they are given some stipends to conduct their activities so that they will be able to pass necessary information to security agencies. How far the various security agencies have gone in respect of this kind of deployment. We may not be able to tell if they are doing the right thing. Is supposed to give enough support to intelligence gathering. Aside from that, there are other things that perhaps could be done. If you look at what technology does these days, we can monitor people's telephones and hear their conversations. These are some of the areas that are available to some of the security agencies that are around. We also talk about we talk about drones, but how many can we get at this particular point in time? The problem of sit at home, I think, is even getting uncoordinated these days, because you see some places they are turning out to run around their daily activities, while in some places others are still complying with the instructions or with the directives. It's still on some areas that have been emphasized severally here. It's about intelligence gathering, and we have various forms of gathering information. In this particular, we have what we call HUMINT, which is human intelligence. These people are like moles that are deployed just within the society or the communities, and they are given some stipends to conduct their activities so that they will be able to pass necessary information to security agencies. How far the various security agencies have gone in respect of this kind of deployment, we may not be able to tell. If they are doing the right thing, is supposed to give enough support to intelligence gathering. Aside from that, there are other things that perhaps could be done. If you look at what technology does these days, we can monitor people's telephones and hear their conversations. These are some of the areas that are available to some of the security agencies that are around. We also talk about we talk about drones, but how many can we get at this particular point?
Hello, friends and well-wishers. I greet you and congratulate you for seeing 2023. Happy New Year. I'm making this post as a member of the Presidential Campaign Council of the Labour Party, but targeted at Igbos all through the nation Nigeria. We have to preach to the Igbos who reside outside the Southeast to stay put wherever they reside. All these rumors of wars, attacks are geared towards putting fear into the Igbos to live where they are. And that is not going to work. They want them to flee to the east and return after the elections. It's not going to work. This video is to speak boldness into our Southeast brothers and sisters, to make them understand that he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. There's no need. Do not try to make any attempt to stay out of where you reside, because that's a design to reduce our numbers. We don't have to die many times before our death. Only a fool does. Death will come when it will come, yes, but nobody's going to die. It is very critical, this election, that we stay put wherever we are. That's the only way 25% of votes in the 36 states of the Federation can be guaranteed for our brother Peter Obi. He rose from a man of the Southeast extraction to a national movement and consciousness. That we must accept. Now let me bring some basic facts to you. From the facts released by INEC, voter registration, at the time of the report I got, the Southeast has 10.5 million something votes. South-South, 14.226 votes. Southwest, 17 point something. So total for the South is 42 point something million votes. Voters registered, actually. North Central, 14.3 something million. Northeast, 12 point something million. Northwest, 21 point something million. Total for the North, 47 point something million. So grand total voter registration as released by INEC could be about 89 point something million. Well, in the last update of the report which I got, the Southeast Igbo with PVC's residents, the Southeast Igbo with PVC residents is 10.5 million. The Southeast Igbo with PVC's resident in the 19 northern states plus Abuja, 12.8 something million votes. That's 27%. The Southeast Igbo with PVC's resident in South-South, 6 point something million votes, 43%. The Southeast Igbo with PVC's resident in the Southwest, 6.5 million, that's 36%. Total Igbo population nationwide with PVCs is 36 point something million votes. Now, this shows you, the Igbo man, that there's no cause for alarm. Just do your own, get your PVC. We have our own problems when we keep on saying our votes will not count. Let us harness this and put them into effective use for our own benefit. We are not campaigning for our Igbo brother. He's been accepted by Nigeria. If he's accepted by Nigeria, we must not be the enemy. Forget about those who never spoke from the altar of God that he's not going to win and say, are they God? They are not. That's a talk for another day. We can't allow people to put fear into us so that our children will suffer. Perception could be reality, but it's not going to affect us. So the Abdul figure in relation to the Igbos must be kept. One can see that from what I just read, the Southeast with PVCs nationwide are the highest in voter strength and spread. So there's no cause for alarm. Just cast your own vote. If we are well coordinated with our brothers in Kogi, Benue, Rivers, Anioma, Kwaibom, and so on, Cross River, we're not counting on Igbo votes. We need others to win the elections. All Nigerians are already behind Mr. Peter Obi. Let's not think that our votes cannot count and therefore deny our brother Peter Obi what he's supposed to get. So this message is to tell you, remain where you are resident. No shaking, there's nothing. If you are where you are resident, we'll achieve the 25% in partnership with our brothers and friends all over the nation. So please, any effort about attacks and so on, we die here. No shaking. We are Nigerians by birth and not by naturalization or by registration. We must reside anywhere we want in Nigeria and contribute to the growth of Nigeria. Long live our Igbo brothers, long live those who support goodwill. It's about competence, capacity. It's about integrity. It's about a new nation that Nigeria, Peter Obi has promised to fix. A new Nigeria is possible. Thank you very much, and God bless.